my name is Ghanim Al Sulaiti and I'm the founder and CEO of Embat Holdings, which is a vegan investment company that I've started 5 years ago here in Qatar. The aim of my company is to change the way people eat on the go and try to inspire people to live a better lifestyle and to adapt a more sustainable habits during the day and create a little bit of a difference in our community. Of course, my company Embat Holdings have 7 companies underneath it, from F&B concepts, wellness and well-being to services. We ranges from having vegan restaurants to a skincare line to a packaging factory that I started also 4 years ago with the aim to reduce the plastic consumption here in Qatar and try to change the narrative a little bit when it comes to sustainability and wellness here in Doha. So my vegan journey started back in 2013 when I decided to adapt a vegan lifestyle for my own kind of personal needs. Those personal needs were definitely then met by the demand and the responsibility that I felt to share my knowledge and the information that I learned about veganism. I wanted to get more people to understand the importance of eating more fruits and vegetables, and of course trying to incorporate more plant-based alternatives into our lifestyle and diets. I believe at that time my journey stopped from being a personal choice to now being kind of like a national movement where I trying to change the way people eat from schools to people on their way to work, to people traveling from Hamad International Airport by opening, of course, the first vegan cafe in Qatar in the state-of-the-art HIA. Well, every business has a special place in my heart, and of course, Evergreen, especially being the first vegan restaurant and the first business that I've started back in 2016, definitely holds a huge, I said, space in my heart. But also, it was the most challenging of it all because it was the beginning, and I didn't have any experience at that time on how to run businesses. I don't come from a background of business, so that was definitely a huge challenge. However, I think every business came with the idea that we needed to create not just change, but trying to disrupt the market by introducing more alternatives when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to plant-based food, or when it comes to wellness and well-being products. Of course, I love every brand. Every brand has its own identity, from Green and Go to Botany to Milk, which we've just launched this year, to Talatin, which is a cultural vegan concept that I've also launched this year. So definitely every concept hits a different part of the sustainability sector. And I think, when it comes to my businesses, I try to create an ecosystem that is in harmony constantly with each other. And all these businesses are complementing one another, which I think makes a big difference than when you look at them all together. Well, Paper Cut factory started back in 2017. The idea came in before the blockade and got implemented after the blockade. Of course, we were forced to look for alternatives when the blockade happened, especially as an owner of a business at that time, an F&B concept, Evergreen. We had to use a lot of sustainable products and packaging, and we used to import all of these things from London at that time. But when the blockade happened, I felt the need to start and creating something here in Qatar where we will be able to create a product that not just sustainable, but also less the impact on the environment when it comes to shipping, or when it comes to the emissions that product is releasing in the environment is less. So that's where Paper Cut came in, and Paper Cut came in as a solution to serve only Evergreen at that time, is to create bags and boxes from my own concept. And then when people have seen the product and the quality of the product in Evergreen, business owners from all over Doha started approaching us and wanting to adapt our products into their businesses, which then have led the business to grow from a small workshop and industrial area of 150 square meter till today, where it's a 3,000 square meter factory where we produce hundreds of products. We work with 500 plus companies in Qatar and trying our best to change the way people use packaging here in Doha, and educating, of course, the consumers by switching to a more sustainable, eco-friendly, compostable, I would say, single-use products. Well, I think with what's happening already around the world with climate change, with all of the major news that we've been hearing every single day when it comes to how the world is going through a huge crisis, a red flag. There is the UN report that was issued a few months back, kind of highlighted a huge risk on the planet. And I believe all the countries around the world nowadays are taking decisions and taking actions to maybe start realizing that there is a solution to all of this, and that solution is in our hand, and the people actually can make the difference. So I believe there is a bigger responsibility here for not just the citizens of the countries, but also the global community to come together to find solutions and to create simple habits that can change the way we consume products and the way we are living in this on this planet. So I believe it's very important, and it became a bit of a mission and a movement for most countries and most organizations around the world. And we are seeing now the impact, how small changes in people's diet or small changes in people's way of consumption or consuming products in the country can have a huge impact on not just the environment, but our health and the planet's well-being. Well, I think it's definitely now an individual choice that a lot of these companies are making to create not just change, but also to create a more sustainable planet. I believe all these companies and businesses have taken, let's say, the pledge to stop using plastic or stop using non-sustainable products because they can see the difference that their business can have. However, I do believe that the country have to taken the lead into banning plastic. We need more legislations, more, I would say, regulations when it comes to the use of plastic and how you can also take that waste and recycle that. So I believe there is a both-way responsibility here. Of course, the responsibility of the individuals, but also the responsibility of the governments and people with, let's say, power. Well, I'm very excited to see more initiatives coming together here in Doha to fight not just plastic, but also to implement new sustainable methods to encourage people to adapt a healthier way of consuming, but also giving them solutions and ideas to enhance their lifestyle and to save our environment. I believe in Doha we are on a mission to not just cut plastic and be zero emission or produce zero emissions, but also to be a more aware and more educated community, producing conscious people to make decisions that are going to benefit our future. So of course, thank you to Tide, and it's a huge, I would say, movement that I'm proud and happy to be part of. Well, I think there's a lot of people in Qatar that are doing amazing jobs and amazing work when it comes to the sustainability and when it comes to the environment. However, there's one person which I think have shined in the past 2 years. His name is Jose, which I think he's been interviewed also for this channel. Jose has been, I met him prior to him doing the work that he's been doing on the beaches, and I've been a big supporter of him since the beginning. I think what he created is that a community that cares about the environment, a community that maybe sacrificed the weekend to go and clean up the beaches, and he created that activity that actually a lot of people are taking their families and children and their friends to clean the beach. So I think what he have done is he combined the social element with the environment and he made it fun.